We are looking at our free response to assignment, and our first question has to do with a firm called Best Milk that's in a typical profit maximizing, it's a profit maximizing firm in a perfectly competitive industry that is in long-run equilibrium. So the first thing we want to do is draw correctly labeled side-by-side graphs for the daily market. That's going to be on the left, and for the firm Best Milk on the right. And we want to show price and output for the industry, and we want to show price and output for Best Milk. So this is what you should draw right here. Now this is the firm. I'm sorry, this is the industry. Okay, so this is let's jump back up here and I can label this. We want to, so this is the dairy firm right here. So I just write that, dairy firm. And let's just make this a little bit smaller real quick. So, okay, this is the dairy firm, and let's just clone that, and this is the dairy industry. Now, this is really important that you can draw these very, very accurately. Now, I want to also point out that if you go to Blackboard and you go to AP Practice Exam right here, you can download the graphs right here, all the graphs. So if you download that, you can see right here that what we're looking at. Let me just scroll down here. Let's see if it has this in here. It may not, but I think it does. Yeah, right here. This is what we're doing basically. Okay, we've got the market. I keep saying the wrong thing. We've got the market here. You can always tell the market because it has a downward sloping demand. The individual firms in a perfectly competitive market are going to have a horizontal demand. And this should all be a tangent right here. It looks a little bit, but anyway, so this is here. So all of this is, so this handout in general is going to be very helpful for you in terms of preparing for the AP exam. So let's jump back. So this is what we want to draw for our problem. The first part now that you draw does not have the second demand curve here and here. That's going to be I believe in part B. But let's just think about part A. We want to show the price and the output for the industry, and we want to show the price and output for the firm. So the price and the output are going to be Q1, well actually P1 is the price, and Q1 is the output here for the industry. So you just simply want to draw a very basic supply and demand, and then you want to extend, let me just get a line here, you're going to want to extend the price over to your firm right here. Okay, so it needs to be on the same level. And then that's going to be, whoops, sorry about that. You know what, let me go up here and lock this just so I don't do that again. I will. There we go. So, the price in the firm where the industry's equilibrium right here, where the demand intersects supply, is going to be where the price is set for the entire market. So every firm in the market is going to have this price. Remember, a firm in a perfectly competitive market is a price taker. Now, it's very important that you show that the price is also the demand, is also the marginal revenue, is also the marginal cost. That's the point where the marginal cost curve intersects with the price or the marginal revenue or the demand, all the same. At that point, that's where where the firm is going to produce. That's their output level right there. Now, also remember that we are in long-run equilibrium, which means that average total cost equals price for the firm. So we want to make sure we show that. So let's show back over here. So you want to make sure that you show average total cost at the point where this firm is producing is at its lowest point, and average total cost equals a price. Now, why did I say lowest point? Because the marginal cost curve is always going to intersect the average total cost curve at the lowest point of the average total cost curve. So in order for them to intersect and also be equal to the price in marginal revenue, then this firm is operating at its lowest possible average total cost, and that is equal to the price, equal to marginal cost, equal to marginal revenue, equal to their demand curve right here, okay? So let me just turn this red so we can see this. So all of these are equal, okay? Boom, boom, all. So all these are going to be equal right here, okay? And that's what you want to make sure you show in the initial drawing that you do here for Part A. Now, Part B is going to be an assumption that milk is a normal good and consumer income falls. So, assuming that Best Milk continues to produce, show the effect of the decrease in consumer income on both the price and the output for the industry, price and the output for Best Milk, the firm, and the area of loss or a profit for the firm. So first we need to think about what's going to happen to the market. Let's jump back over here. If all the consumers, if all the buyers of this product have a decrease in their income, well, that's going to cause a shift in demand to the left, because demand goes down because people have less money to spend on dairy products. So you want to show that. You want to show the leftward shift in demand, which is going to cause a drop in market output as well as a drop in market price. So then we want to jump over here and reflect that new price through to the firm. So now we're operating here, and remember, the individual firm always produces where marginal cost equals price. So they're going to drop their production from Q1 to Q2, and now you can see that their price is well below their average total cost at that point. So now marginal cost is here, average total cost is way up here. So the average total cost is the cost per unit, right? Remember, the marginal cost is just the cost of the last unit produced, okay? So since the marginal cost is actually higher over here, and then it drops here and it goes up. So don't let that confuse you. Just know that the firm is going to produce where marginal cost equals a price, but the way that you've drawn your average total cost up here, so that they are in long run, they were in long run equilibrium where average total cost equals price here, then this doesn't change. This curve does not change, so you've got this difference now between price and average total cost or cost per unit. So total cost is going to be this gray triangle right here, right? Or actually the total loss. I'm sorry, this is your total cost is this triangle, or not triangle, rectangle right here. This is your total cost right here. And this is your total revenue right here, price times a quantity, right? A total cost is average cost right here times quantity, right? So you have a loss right here, then you want to show that. The loss is the rectangle between the two prices and the quantity, or not the two prices. What am I saying? The average total cost and the new price. Okay, the average total cost and the new price, and from the new quantity back to zero. So that's your loss, and that's what you want to make sure that you show and shade in your drawing. Okay. All right, I'm sorry if I confused you a bit there, but just remember that you're always going to produce, the firm is always going to produce where marginal cost equals price right here. So they're going to drop their production and they have to take the price from the market. But their average total cost curve is not going to change. So that's why you have this loss right here with this caused by the leverage shift in the demand. Okay, so that takes care of part A and the B. I will come back on the next video and talk about part C, D, and E of question 1.